From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. His first carry of the game, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Browns 0. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
The 27-yard line.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Ball carrier.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, Flacco. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Flacco. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Third and long for Joe Flacco. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Darrell Henderson, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
And 17.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
On the return, it's Rodgers. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down at the 40.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Bootleg, Flacco. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And going deep for Hill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. Rolling to his right. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Fights through, and now a crease. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Lining up for the extra.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's Rodgers on the return. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derwin James with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the 1st quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this street, the pass rushers. Because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Browns.
Here's Sanders. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Sanders, the ball.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Joe Flacco sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd down.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. Passing play, Flacco. Flushed out right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And 12 at the 40.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he's going to go for it all. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Flacco from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Pride. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Mika Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. A quick toss out right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead. It's good, and it is is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Browns 7. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
The 39-yard line.
A break from the ground game here. Flacco. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Rolling the dice on 4th, Flacco. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Gets this one to Hill. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Slide for the PAT.
The point after.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Bengals 28, Browns 7. Michael Dixon set to kick off.